Behind every headline about Bitcoin's meteoric rise or Ethereum's latest upgrade, there's a side of crypto that almost no one talks about: the dark. Exclusive web of private crypto networks used by the ultra-rich to multiply their wealth in ways regular investors can't even imagine. It's not just about early investing anymore. In 2025, the top 0.01% have access to a parallel financial universe powered by smart contracts, tokenized assets, private DAOs, and off-chain arrangements that are completely invisible to the public eye. These aren't Reddit threads or YouTube tutorials. They're encrypted Telegram groups, vitally Discord servers, and closed governance platforms where billionaires and high-level insiders make moves that can shift entire markets without the SEC even blinking. And here's the real kicker. Many of these mechanisms are fully legal, operating in a gray zone where decentralization meets elite coordination. So today we're pulling back the curtain on the secret crypto networks, making the ultra-rich even richer, the unspoken tactics they use, and why the gap between retail and elite in crypto isn't just why it's engineered that way. Let's begin where most people don't look: the use of private liquidity pools. Unlike public DeFi pools on platforms like Uniswap or PancakeSwap, there are exclusive pools run by VC firms and whales where massive volumes are moved in stealth. These pools offer access to pre-launch tokens, extremely low slippage swaps, and early governance tokens, none of which are visible on mainstream trackers like DexStools. It's like getting into a stock IP 6 months before it goes public and then cashing out before retail even finds the ticker symbol. These networks are coordinated through multisig wallets tied to shadow DAOs, which are basically underground financial clubs operating under the guise of decentralized communities. But not community-run. They controlled by a few, with the wallets big enough to influence governance, liquidity, and even tokenomics. Then there's the token vesting game, another strategy used by elites to front-run profit. Founders and whales often get tokens at fractions of a penny during private rounds locked under the illusion of vesting periods. But what most don't know is that some of these insiders negotiate backdoor OTC deals or wrap their tokens into synthetic derivatives, allowing them to offload their risk without technically selling. It's perfectly legal, perfectly hidden. Meanwhile, retail investors think everyone's holding for the long term until the chart suddenly nukes. You're left wondering why the token dumped 60% when the vesting cliff wasn't even supposed to hit. That's how deep these shadow tactics go. It doesn't stop there. In 2025, private stablecoin networks are another goldmine. While retail users rely on USDT, USDC, or DAI on public chains, the elite are using programmable stablecoins issued on private forks of Ethereum and Solana. These coins are backed by real-world assets like gold, government bonds, or exclusive real estate and settled through off-chain APIs with banks in Zurich, Singapore, and Dubai. These private stablecoins allow for tax-efficient yield farming, risk-free arbitrage, and even phantom lending, where collateral is mirrored across blockchains without ever leaving the bank. Regulators can't see it. On-chain tools can't track it. But the billionaires are earning 15% APY, while the average investor struggles to beat inflation. Let's not forget about tokenized real estate and luxury assets, where the rich are buying million-dollar properties, yachts, and art pieces, not in cash, but in fractions of a token that represents ownership. And these aren't traded on OpenSea. They're listed on private token exchanges with strict KYC, accessible only through crypto family offices and offshore entities. These networks allow the wealthy to move assets globally, instantly, and discreetly. Imagine swapping a $3 million London flat for a Monaco yacht with zero fiat involved, done through a smart contract, a handshake in Dubai, and an API integration with a private custodian. This is happening. And you won't hear about it on CNBC. One of the most powerful tools they're using is whitelisted DeFi protocols. That's right, some protocols now operate on permissioned layers, where only verified wallets can interact. It's DeFi for elites. These allow high leverage positions, unliquidatable loans, and ultra-low gas fees because they're rerunning on custom L2 chains with validator access only, granted to partners. Imagine getting a 6x leverage loan on your blue-chip NFT without ever triggering a liquidation event. For you, it's a pipe dream. For them, it's a Tuesday. But perhaps the most disturbing twist in this story is the use of social capital tokens, where networks of wealthy individuals mint their own access tokens that represent fractional access to their investment strategies, deal flow, or even time. Some billionaires now offer tokenized access to private chats, mastermind groups, or monthly investment reports. Token, gatekeeping knowledge and influence. It's the ultimate pay-to-play. If you're not holding the right token, you're not even in the room. And while some of this might sound dystopian, it's quietly redefining how wealth is distributed and locked away in the digital age. How did we get here? The crypto revolution began with the promise of decentralization, equal access, financial freedom. But just like every revolution, it didn't take long for power to centralize again, only this time, behind encrypted channels and algorithmic walls. The ultra-rich didn't fight the system, they simply built a better one for themselves. They embraced the tech, built bridges with traditional finance, and now operate in a hybrid world that's invisible to the rest of us. But here's the uncomfortable truth. None of this is illegal. It's just elite knowledge, executed at elite speed with elite connections. And until regular investors learn the real rules of the game, they'll always be 3 steps behind. So what can you do? First, educate yourself on tokenomics, governance, and early-stage protocols. While you may not have access to insider deals, you can spot patterns before the crowd. Follow the wallets of known VC firms, study their plays. Learn how to interpret vesting schedules, on-chain movement, and governance proposals. Second, get involved in public DAOs and communities that reward contribution, not just capital. While elite clubs are locked, many rising projects are still open source, still fair, still rewarding brains over wallets. And finally, diversify your strategy, combine on-chain exposure with education. Tools like DBank or Arkham to track whales, and consider legal ways to access early opportunities through launchpads or syndicates. Crypto was never supposed to be easy, but it was always meant to be open. The more you learn, the more you'll see that even in this shadowy world of elite crypto networks, there are still windows of opportunity for those willing to dig deeper. Don't chase hype. Follow the data. Ask better questions. And always remember, in crypto, access is power, but knowledge is the gatekeeper. If this breakdown opened your eyes to how the elite really operate in crypto, hit that like button, drop a comment with your thoughts, and follow 4 more deep dives that go way beyond surface-level crypto hype. The rabbit hole goes deeper. Stay curious, stay sharp, and never stop learning.